We need to remember that the surge, the strategy behind it was always a long shot. We waited a long time before we came around to the right answer. And there is no guarantee that this thing works. And a lot of what we're doing is simply trying to move the odds a little bit in our favor in a game that is a real long shot. And I think you give Petraeus credit and say, you know what, we caught a break and he made the best of it. That doesn't mean we are on the path to victory. But it is important, and you shouldn't just throw it out the window and say, well, it means nothing. I don't think that we have a good handle on where Iraqi identity is at this point in time. I think most Iraqis, certainly most Iraqi Arabs, would like to see the country stay together. But there is enormous suspicion among all Iraqis of the other groups, and even in some cases of people within their own group. And I think that that makes it highly unlikely that you are going to see a strong central Iraqi government in the near future. Again, one of the reasons why I think that decentralization makes sense is not just because doing so might allow you to build on some of these local successes and maybe turn it into something more meaningful, but also because I think that that is at least the medium-term reality for Iraq. I don't think that you are going to see a strong central Iraq that looks like Egypt. I think you're going to see a much more federalized Iraq. I think that if there is success, and I want to stress if there is success in Iraq, that's my guess as to what it looks like. This is a Shia government filled with some very nasty figures who have done some really horrible things to the Sunni population. And that's not to suggest that there aren't Sunnis who have done horrible things to the Shia as well. But that's the problem is you've got this enormous level of distrust among Iraqis. And I don't think that we should be putting the perfect ahead of good enough.